Hello friends, this is Coltron. Welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV Endwalker, where we are done with the main story quest from 6.2, and so we're going to be starting what I believe is the Alliance raid line. This is from the fresh-faced student in the Baldesian Annex. A mission in Mor Dhona. I was expecting something else. I don't know. The picture there, I don't know what you call it, that little screen cap above the reward there, I thought it was going to be all dark and shadowy with either something to do with the 13th or Zodiark, but this is different. The fresh-faced student's face lights up at the sight of you. Kukushu, welcome back. Are you perchance here to see Kryl? I'm given to understand she has a task for which she... Oh, right, Kryl has a task for me. I'd forgotten about that. I shall fetch her at once. Pray wait a moment. Kukushu, my thanks for coming. If you're now available, I'd like you and Raha to assist me in the task I had mentioned. Raha Tiev. For you to call on Kukushu, I assume the task in question is somewhat more exciting than sorting through paperwork, which I am pleased to add I have finished. What an industrious cat. So if Kukushu is ready, then so am I. Our venture to the bounty has only served to whet my appetite for field work. Kryl, not to oversell things, but I suspect you won't be disappointed. Ere I divulge the details, however, permit me to provide some background. Okay. As you know, our organization, the Students of Baldesian, was founded by my grandfather Galuf. Our stated mission was to uncover the mysteries of Hydaelyn and interpret her will, particularly through the study of her gift to us, through the Echo. We've since learned the whole truth, and it might be said we fulfilled our mission, but our work is far from over. Right, because Hydaelyn can also be interpreted as like the whole planet and the whole star, so there's always mysteries to uncover. In the course of our endeavors, we also sought to devise countermeasures against threats that come to light. Our involvement with the Warring Triad is an example of such. I forgot that was a Students of Baldesian thing. It is my belief in continuing to seek the unknown and dealing with threats, we best carry on the student's mission. Yeah, kind of general, but I appreciate it. We best honor those we lost when the Isle of ALLL was destroyed. One of these days I'll do Eureka. Or, I've done the first section of Eureka, but one of these days I'll finish it. I didn't love it. It was pretty grindy. Forgive me, I didn't mean to darken the mood. In saying all this, I simply wanted to clarify our organization's purpose for a new age. In line with said purpose, I've been reviewing new requests, and one in particular jumped out at me. It comes from none other than Rambros of the Sons of St. Koinok. Ah, so we're mashing up Noah. Is that Noah? I don't remember what Noah actually was versus the Sons of St. Koinok. Ah, truly, has something happened in Mor Dhona then? So it would seem, and he wishes to entrust the matter to us. While his missive is sparse on details, he writes that it lies beyond the Sun's expertise. Uncharted territory is the exact words he used. There's a cat in the background who is demanding pets. That's why I'm a little bit distracted. Oh, yeah, I forgot. There's a camera. You can actually see the cat in the background. I'd like you to meet with Rambros and discuss and conduct a preliminary survey. What say you? Yeah. Fist punch ready to go. Fist punch ready to go. Right button. Wonderful. When you're ready, pray make your way to Revenant's Toll. I shall let Rambros know you to receive you there. Sorry, just making some cat pet adjustments. I must remain here to oversee our operations, but should a Ow! I guess I'm not done petting. We'll see if that's sufficient by whether I get a claw to my elbow again shortly. Well, there's no time like the present. If you could go on ahead to Revenant's Toll, I shall make ready and be on my way. So we're here in Mor Dhona, and there's been a cat adjustment. He's moved. Raha, there you are, Kukushu. It would seem we're early. Rambros, my apologies for the wait. Been a while, Rambros. Good to see you. Jesus, pigeon. Okay. Okay. Rambros, what a pleasure to see you again. How have you been? Pleasure is all mine, my friend. I've been well, and it gladdens me to see that you are too. I like your glasses. Now, I know you have many demands upon your time, so I shall explain the particulars of our request at once. Before we go forward even further, this is incredibly exciting to me because I have literally no clue where they're going with this. Like, some of these things I know we're going to Evilise, or I see, you know, Ramza, and, you know, I see things like that, or I see Sky Pirates. Even Sky Pirates is pretty fresh, but, like, no clue at all where this could be going. Recently, an explorer claimed to us who claimed to have discovered the Phantom Realm. The Phantom Realm? Okay. Zero meaning to me. The Phantom Realm? So this is what you meant by uncharted territory. Yeah, same look, Kakushu. You're not familiar, perhaps unsurprising given it's a lesser-known legend. This legend holds that across Eorzea there exists a realm that appears as a mirage. Though visible from a distance, it fades away as one draws near. Is that going to explain that weird weather that, like, the weather they're showing that exists in basically just Mor Dhona, right? That, like, arcane weather, whatever it is? While it has featured in myths since ancient times, the realm's existence could not be proven, and thus it is seldom mentioned in literature. I guess by literature he doesn't mean fiction, he means just like in research and stuff. Okay. In spite of this, fueled by rumors of the occasional sighting, the myth has persisted and continues to capture the hearts and minds of explorers. That you yourself should reach out to us. It is real then. When the first explorer in question approached us, we doubted him. But we couldn't doubt the evidence of our senses. Nay, the realm is real, as you will soon see for yourselves. I wonder if it's going to be connected to the Pixies, to, like, the dream world. Gods, a part of me still struggles to believe it, but we have no reason to doubt you. Probably not. It's probably going to be something new. Suffice it to say, we are eager to see the realm, too. Yeah. Whatever truth awaits, I pray you will succeed in finding it. Seek out the explorer, one Derek. Derek? The fantastic magical name of Derek. He has seen more of the realm than us, and should be willing to serve as your guide. I asked him to accompany me here, but he preferred to continue exploring on his own. You will be somewhere near the banks of Silvertear Lake, I expect. Understood. Our thanks, Rambros. Okay, so we're exploring the Phantom Realm. Wasn't that a Yu-Gi-Oh thing? Like, your soul would be, if you lose a card game, your soul goes there or something? I've never played Yu-Gi-Oh! I've just heard the memes. Come, let us split up and look for our explorer. Okay. Baby Oppo Oppo. You see a small Oppo Oppo. Couldn't possibly be the explorer, or could it? Why would you remotely think this is the explorer? Like, I don't know, what about that drew Kakushu in to see that as a thing? I mean, it probably is at this point, but pretty friggin' cute. What's happening? Just in case you were entertaining the thought, Kakushu, that Oppo Oppo isn't our explorer. I have the man in question with me here. What a weird side. Weird little side thing. Alright, see you, Oppo Oppo. Oh, no, it's hanging around. Is it, like, the explorer's best friend? It looks like it might be. I am Derek, the one who discovered the Phantom Realm. My apologies for making you search for me. Oh, no worries. It was quick and easy. Curious about this creature, are you? Now I am. I found him... Also, I dig your garb, Derek. I found him injured during one of my journeys and tended to him. Since then, he has taken to following me around. He's inquisitive, but otherwise harmless, so pray pay him no mind. Calling it now, Oppo Oppo is the final boss. You are the hero who delivered our star from doom, are you not? What good fortune that one as capable as you should lend her aid. Yeah, I'm quite a hot item on this market. Raha, to be clear, our organization has yet to accept the commission. Before we can make a decision, we would conduct a preliminary survey. Will you guide us to the Phantom Realm? Yeah, Graha's doing his best to be restrained, but you know he wants this. Of course, I will show you to the entrance at once. Just the entrance to the Phantom Realm. The gate to a realm long dreamed of by explorers. That Oppo is hopping up and down. Somehow I never noticed that Graha had a ponytail. Or not a ponytail, what do you call it? A little braid, I don't know what hair is called. Little braided tail behind him. What are you... Is it under the water? Impressive, isn't it? When the gate manifested, so too did this magic, allowing one to thus walk upon water. So clearly, this is the most alien setting in all of video games. Sorry, a little WoW shade never hurt anyone. You sure it's safe? This is just like Urianger's spell. I mean, this is just like Urianger's, but he's been there, so yeah. Just like Urianger's spell. Someone conceived the means to do this at will. An intriguing individual. Urianger is intriguing. He has many things, and intriguing is high on that list. Perfectly safe, I assure you. Come. Look at that little Oppo. 14 is very good at leaning into the cute. Yeah, come on, Graha. We're going on an adventure together. By the 12, you can truly walk here. What magic is this? By what means is it perpetuated? We're about to go to the Phantom Realm. I think this is going to be the least of our things. Forgive me. Let us continue on. The least of things we're going to be, like, amazed at. I mean... All white. Blinding light. I wonder if this is going to be like elemental realms and this is just the realm of light. No, it's... Is this like Elpis? My memory of architecture is not good enough to know, but this feels kind of Elpis-y, or... I don't know, ancient Greek or something. There are 12 dots there, each different colors. Is this going to be dealing with the 12? This might be dealing with the 12. Omphalos. The Omphalos. This is going to be dealing with the 12. I saw those symbols there. I don't remember all of them, but I know the symbols of the 12 at least loosely. I think the entrance would lie over Silvertear Lake. This is going to be dealing with the 12 already? I was so sure that the 12 was going to be like the big slow burn story arc they were going to set up starting in 7.0. But no, it's not. They're dealing with the 12 now. I mean, it certainly might be later, but usually when they do something like Ivalice wasn't going to be an expansion. Maybe Ivalice will be an expansion later, but it's... This is really surprising to me. There's nothing out of the ordinary with the environment. The sights, the sounds, the smells, all appear as they should be in nature. That is to say, this place is no illusion. Unless it's a really good illusion. I bid you welcome to the navel of the Phantom Realm, the Omphalos. I'm sure that has some meaning in Greek, but I don't know what it is. I do not know Greek. Latin, yes. Greek, no. Derek. Well, is it what you were expecting? No, it's not what I was expecting. It's really not. Like, I know especially this one because I started as a black mage, and I've been getting the urge to try black mage again, so I might try black mage again at some point. But this was the traders, right? Nald and Thal. How do I see what my god is? I guess character. Yeah, guardian. Oh no, I really thought my I thought this was Nald Thal just because it's such an old symbol. No, I guess not. This is not. This is mine. I clearly am devoted to my god. My guardian, not my god. I'm sorry. Yeah, so that's the this is either like going to be a realm of the gods thing, or maybe like a realm where, because I also see the color-coded areas, like that one is light blue, and I'm sure one of these is like this is light blue, so maybe that's related to that. That one is like dark blue, purple. I'll bet that these are... and the thing is that, okay, so this could be two things. One, it could be like Realm of the Gods sort of thing, which would be surprising. But this whole thing is surprising. The other is that this could be like the Phantom Realm is watched over by acolytes of these different of the 12 that are each like praying for their return or something, or worshiping them in some way. I don't know. What do you have to say, baby Oppo, about all this? Oop, oop. The Omphalos, you say? You say this place is called? Derek, name of my own conception, I confess. I felt we needed something to call it by. Lest you wonder, the word means navel in an ancient tongue, an allusion to Mor Dhona's location in the heart of Aldenard. Fair. Reasonable name. As you can see, there are man-made structures, and this place appears well kept. Yet there isn't a single soul in evidence. How did you discover this? Just decided to walk here one day, or the calculations in the ether led you here? It is my hope that you will help me shed light upon this realm, to learn who created it and to what end. Graha, I should also like to know why it has revealed itself now. Was it simply chance that kept it hidden, or something more? In any case, let us begin by taking a look around. This just continues the post 6.0 theming of just I don't know if it's theming, but like flavor, aesthetic. I think theme is probably right. Of just exploring, of no giant thread. It's not like this opened up and a giant fist came out and we had to stop it. It's just, this is something mysterious and we're exploring it. I love that. Mysterious monument. A stone monument has been erected here, by whose hand you cannot say, but the motifs into its base appear familiar. Yeah, they do. Pray do not mind me. Take a look around at your leisure. So, enigmatic structure. This is... Let me just check. So this is like a pinkish red one? Like a pink one? Let me just see if it's gonna... Like, what's the one that might line up with? Boy, some of these colors are hard to differentiate. Maybe it's like this one, like the circle. I don't know what that is. For all I know, we might get a endless codex entry about it at some point. Raha. The Oppo seems quite at home, wouldn't you say? How many times has Derek come here, I wonder? Yeah, the Oppo wasn't afraid at all. A number of structures can be seen in this area. What purpose could they possibly serve? Raha, this architecture is unlike anything seen in Eorzea. Truly exquisite stuff. So I'm going to assume also that even if it has... You know what? No, it's not. It's not Elpis I was thinking of. I mean, maybe it's like Elpis. It's the... It reminds me of Amarot. Way that it has those kind of swoopy, curved spires at the top. Those, I don't know, again, I don't know architecture either, but like, that reminds me of the thing, of the design that was on the top of some of the buildings in Amarot. But, again, that doesn't necessarily mean anything. It could just be, it doesn't even necessarily mean anything in game. It could just be a cool design that the game designers like. In the distance, you see what appears to be the Crystal Tower. Though the clouds make it difficult to be sure, it would seem you are in the sky above Silvertear Lake. So we reported somewhere physical, so Graha was right. This is somewhere actually in existence. I thought this would, just by the nature of Phantom Realm, I thought that this would be like a parallel dimension. It seems like this is just a physical place high up. No such isle could be seen from the outside, however. It could be its stealth, or it could actually be a phantom area. Mysteries on mysteries on mysteries here. Derek. Finished looking around, have you? What are your impressions? Graha, we've had only a cursory glance, but this is truly a mysterious place. The gleaming spire rising beyond the clouds, that is most certainly the Crystal Tower. And judging by its aspect, we are a considerable distance above Silvertear Lake, which would suggest the gate we entered is a teleporter. However, if this isle lies where it appears to lie, then it couldn't have escaped the Battle of Silvertear Skies unscathed. That was the battle that caused the, I don't know, with the ship that Midgard Sormer was, like, wrapped around. Is that the one? Which is to say we are in Mor Dhona, and yet we are not. It's as if we were displaced from our world, if only slightly. Displaced is an apt way to put it. Was there aught else you noticed? Aye, the motifs upon yonder structure. Unmistakably the marks of the 12. By which I posit this place was created to be a place of worship. Yep, that's one of the two possibilities I thought of. But by whom? I cannot think of any who could possibly build such grand premises, never mind magically conceal it. At least not in the wake of the Battle of Silvertear Skies. A mysterious place indeed. I love Kakushu's thinking face. We're started. Is this an aetheryte crystal we can warp to and attune with? Doesn't look like it. Magically concealed. In this manner, perhaps to the ruins of Ampador and the Twelves Wood. In like manner, perhaps to the ruins of Ampador and the Twelves Wood. I didn't remember that that was concealed, or I didn't know or didn't remember. The city, I understand, reappeared when the Seventh Umbral Calamity weakened the elementals. Ah, okay. The Realm of the Gods. Ratia's pondering how best to proceed. Yeah, you and me both. Well, it seems there's but one solution for our ignorance. A thorough investigation. For this, we will require more manpower and supplies, among other things. We're going to set up a base camp here. With your permission, we will confer with our representative, Kryl, and make the necessary arrangements for a formal investigation. You're hesitant? Derek, that's what must be done to commence your work in earnest, then by all means. Without further ado, let us return to Sharlayan. Hold, mortals! Maybe this is the realm of the gods. Or again, anytime there's like, if there's... I don't know whether to say gods or primals or what these are going to be. But anyone who opens up with a sentence, hold mortals. Oh, Thal's balls. There's 4 of them. You profane this sacred realm with your very presence. You must answer for your irreverence. What the fuck? Look at the thighs on this dude. Big... Okay. Look at the hammer. Is that like Zeus or Hephaestus or... I am Biragoth the Builder. Oh, the hammer, hence the hammer. Biragoth the Builder. We're just meeting the 12. Biragoth, then the 12 are real? Let there be no doubt, we are not simulacra born of mortal faith. They're immediately answering the primal question. And so they're saying, I mean, it doesn't mean they're telling the truth, but I'm going to assume for the moment they are telling the truth. I think, just game design-wise, I don't think they'd say this if they're lying. Nay, we 12 are divinities true. The music doesn't make them sound like good divinities. And in Heidelin's absence, we are the star's rightful rulers, its will. Yeah, that leans into these aren't good people, good gods. Yeah, break your sword out. Spirited woman's voice. Closely we have watched mankind. And we have determined that you, champion of Heidelin, pose a threat to our ascension. Well, you're right that I probably pose a threat to you. But... what's your ascension? And... I guess your ascension to become like the new Heidelin? Sagely man's voice. You were foolish to wander into our realm. We could destroy you with ease here and now, but as divinities, we must demonstrate grace and forbearance. Yeah, that's the right face. Measured men's voice. There is but one path. We must weigh this mortal's worth. How many times has my worth been weighed? My worth is pretty good at this point, right? Here, let there be a trial. While the mortal would invariably be destroyed, it would at least provide us with a diversion. So these so the Greek god themes are very strong, not just in the design, but like in the sense that they're like, yeah, we should be nice, but let's have some fun too. What? You suddenly appear and expect us to comply with your whims? Protest if you wish, but mortal logic means naught to gods. You will abide by our laws. Lo, the gateway to our sanctums lies open. So there's going to be 3 raids, 3 alliance raids. There's the 12, and there's 4 from here. So maybe it's... I don't know that they'll just do us fighting the 12 in succession, but like... it's, you know, 12 bosses, 12 raids. I don't know if there's necessarily... there's sometimes more than 12. I wouldn't be surprised if this is just like 4... we deal with 4 of them in some way in each of the alliance raids. Show us the strength of mankind. Show us the honor of mankind. Show us the spirit of mankind. If man would remain the master of his own destiny, assemble your comrades and come. Come and prove your worthiness. Just come prove your worthiness? Just... oh, okay. I don't know why we're proving our worthiness. I don't know why you doubt our... it sounded like you thought our worthy... balls. It sounded like you were already pretty convinced of our worthiness, since you're worried about us, but... what a weird intro. we met the 12, and they're kind of petty. Derek, 7 hells. During my previous forays, nothing like this ever happened. I encountered not a single soul, and certainly not gods. Well, you weren't a threat to their ascension, apparently. By their own admission, they mean to take over the star. What are we to do? The situation has clearly taken an unexpected turn, but we must try to think clearly. 12 have long been revered and worshipped in Eorzea, and myths about them abound. But to my knowledge, they have never thus appeared so openly before people. For these beings to suddenly reveal themselves just when we're here, claim supremacy over the star, and challenge Kakushu to a trial. Yeah, this is incredibly sudden. I'm glad they're drawing attention to this. Too much about this feels odd and gives me pause. Yes, 100%. Fair enough, yet as it stands, it seems we can't dismiss the threat either. No, we can't, but I'd be surprised if this is... I'd be surprised if this is exactly what it seems. If this is just the 12 are here and they want to fight us. Whatever they are, if they're issuing challenge, then challenge accepted. Let's hold on a second. Gaius Van Balsar once said the 12 too were simply primals. Yeah, they say they're not, but I think we want to keep this in mind. Turning out to be a strange affair. Yeah, the Gaius did say they could be primals, and very possible. It's true that even Hydaelyn and Zodiac were primals, and we cannot discount the possibility, but we know too little to draw conclusions. Yes. In any event, if these beings seek dominion over the star, as they say, what happens here may have far-reaching implications. To that end, I believe we should take action. Suffice it to say, you are with me? Of course. And the students of Baldessian will officially tend to the situation. Aye, in the course of studying the star's mysteries, we have undertaken to deal with any threats that may arise. This is no different. This is very weird. Very, very weird. Raha. Right. Let us deliberate a course of action. Derek, know you aught of these beings' sanctums? Aye, they're domains in the Phantom Realm that lie beyond each gate. They are domains in the Phantom Realm that lie beyond each gate. I've explored them all. Okay. Perhaps due to etheric instability, there are times when one can enter and when ordinarily one cannot. There are times when one can enter when ordinarily one cannot. Okay, so it's only at certain times can you open it. Can you enter it? But Derek has explored them all. So the 12... I'm going to call them the 12 for now. I don't know if they're actually the 12, but it seems reasonable to just call them that for the moment. The 12 must have actively opened them up to Derek. It would seem the way has been open for us. While I encountered no gods during my previous forays, I saw enough to know my way around. I am skeptical of Derek. I am but a humble explorer and cannot contend with the gods. I would be shocked if Derek is but a humble explorer. I think it's much more likely that Derek is some god in disguise or something like one of the 12. The leader of the 12. I expect Derek to be something much more than a humble explorer. But if you'd be willing to protect me, I will serve as your guide. Assemble your comrades, Baragot bade us. As strong as I know you are, we know little and less about our foes. Neither their strength nor their true nature. 'Twould be decidedly reckless to contend with them unprepared. And so much as I would like to accompany you, I shall do what affords us the best chance at victory. While you set forth to answer the gods' challenge, I will work behind the scenes in my capacity as a student. For one, it would behoove us to arm ourselves with knowledge about the 12, and I shall begin by apprising Kryl of the situation. By thus utilizing our resources to the fullest, we shall overcome whatever trials await. Agreed, you big old dork. This is, I don't know what this music is. Aglaia now accessible. Well, this is the raid. I don't know what this music usually is, but it certainly seems... I remember it specifically from the end of Shadowbringers 5.0, or 5.3, I think. The kind of let's start on something new, when everyone was getting ready to take on the what was it, griffins or something? Hippogriffs? We got Aglaia. In the course of investigating... Yeah. Okay. So we're going into their sanctum. So is this Biragot's realm specifically? I really wish I knew the signs better of what that sign up on that castle is. Aglaia. That's not Baragot, that's someone else. Maybe the dude with the speed. Maybe it was the sage dude, because we only met a few of them. A domain aspected lightning. Baragot is here, I shouldn't doubt. Okay, so Baragot is like a lightning guy? Mechanical spire up ahead could have been plucked straight out of legend. Listen to this music of the gods. You got griffins with spears. I wonder if we'll be fighting griffins with spears. Probably not.
So, you are
or swords. Biragot's the first boss. Ingenuity's foothold.
Come, children of man.
No idea where this is going. I'm almost certain though that this won't be just a... Oh, Baragot strikes, so this is a knockback. Okay. I wonder if how that's going to be made more dangerous. Are they going to put stuff down for us to get knocked into? Biragot's ward. I don't think this is just like some gods wanting to take Heidelin's place and become ascendant. And become the best gods. Like, they would have introduced them... Oh, yeah, here we go. I don't think they would have introduced them in this way. Okay.
Behold the virtuosity of the builder.
I will... Alright, what's the virtuosity of the builder? Ah, you're... I love how they're incorporating, like, the building idea. Like, you're... Oh, that's super cool. So, yeah, the hand is... Oh, that's a hand. Of course, the builder has a hand as the... Of course. Alright, so I see hammers on the side. Okay. So this is safe for now, and then when that slams down, we'll go over there. Oh, no, that's not what I thought was going to happen at all. I just got lucky I survived that. What is that, just doing thunder damage? What's... Oh, okay. Oh, that I see how that interacts with the hammer. Gotcha. All right, so what this is going to knock it... Let's stay here. I think this is the place we want to go. I'm alone here, so I'm probably wrong. No, I was wrong. I really thought that this was going to knock it so that I would get knocked, like... I thought this was going to get knocked 2 spaces over. That's why I thought that. All right, so Builder's Strike. Let's go. Oh shoot, I see what this is. Let's go here. Oh nope, I saw wrong. Oh, I see. So those indicate the directions that when he slams down, he'll be blasting out in. Okay, understood. So how is Biragad going to respond when we beat him? I wonder. All right, so I didn't quite see what... I know the hammer has interacted in some way with knocking platforms to the side, but I didn't quite see how. Or I didn't quite understand how. All right, so here's the hammer. So I think we want to be here because... I guess I'm going to go here because I don't... I'll go with the majority on this one, but I don't... It's just not clicking for me. I know it's super... It's going when I edit it, it's going to be super obvious, but I'm not great at dimensional... understanding, like, dimensional space stuff. All right, everyone's staying over here. So, that's the hammer. So, is that going to get knocked one to the right? Yeah, so the... Whichever, I guess... has the rotating hammer on it will... Wherever the charged... Oh god. So clearly this is the spot, but why? Why, though? Oh, because that's where the safety zone was going to become. That's... So the things themselves didn't get moved. It's a question of where you'll be able to move safely to. Okay. Now I get that. I get that last part at least. Yeah, because he seems like he wants a... That you should best Divinity. I couldn't have asked for better help. Derek is up to shadiness. Derek, I feel like Derek is looking to take down the divinities, or I don't know. I don't like Derek.
The builder has been made to yield.
Rhalgr. Why did Shinryu come instead of you?
Then the destroyer shall take your measure. After you have provided my servant with some sport.
In the name of Destroyer, I will lay you low. I'm just guessing that's what Rhalgr's emissary's voice is. Destructive static. Yeah, and Biragad didn't seem all that upset that we beat him. So I don't think his main goal is to defeat us and stop us or something. Whoa, 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 whoa. Hi. Oh shit. I see. Okay. Ooh. Oh, I didn't see what was the tell for destructive static. How do we see what side that's going to be? I'm not sure. What do you look like anyway? You look like a Horus or something? Like a birdo? Like a bird god? I think that's Horus. That was the Egyptian god of the something. Okay, not too bad. Well, it's a mini-boss. So the gods have their minions at their beck and call. We must proceed with care. Like, it feels... Pigeon? Not now. This feels... Rhalgr is known as the god of destruction without reason. Steel yourself.
Ahead stands a statue I have fashioned for our contest.
Pedestal passage. Oh, that's the... Yeah. Like, it almost feels like too... It feels like I don't know. This feels like a performance of some kind. This all feels like a performance. Ow! Pigeon.
Show me the strength.
I don't know towards what end. I'd pet Pigeon, but this is not the best time.
Upon the ground you shall crawl.
Okay, so standard AoE. Advent of the Eighth. I don't know what Advent of the Eighth was. Tank Buster? Oh, no, there's blue and red coming up. Hand of the Destroyer, channeling red. What does channeling red mean? It means there's a blast on that side. And the thing got moved, maybe? So there's a meteor coming. Oh, the... Yeah.
Keep a reverent distance.
Are we going along these paths? I guess we want to. Oh, we want to get knocked into the fingers, which will block us from not getting knocked off. Gotcha. All right, red and blue again. Blue is being channeled this time. So I'm on the red side. Oh, his fist comes through there. I didn't even see that the first time. That is awesome. This is a spectacular set of fights here.
Could you predict your own undoing?
Broken world, so... Why are we not just moving away from that? I think I saw that the hand, maybe the Burgot's hand knocked it away. And so we had to be near where it started from because that ended up being the safe zone, something like that. I'll tell you, even oh, sorry, distracted. Okay, red is smaller. Hand of the Destroyer, red. But he's channeling red, but everyone's getting to red. So red is, this is going to get pushed away. Sorry, I was saying that this is, even though I'm not doing this on, even though I'm doing this unspoiled, it's definitely easier to do it here than it would have been on the first day, just because other players know what they're doing. And so I can kind of follow them when I'm in doubt, which I often am. And so I am looking forward to doing content more quickly going forward, just so that, you know, I will be able to stay super fresh and die to all the things. It's a red and blue, again. You're channeling what? All right, so that's coming from there. You're channeling blue, so we have to get away. Because... Yeah. God, that I understood. That I actually did understand. Oh, I see. No, we have to get to where the... Where there's going to be no... Yep. Oh, that feels good to see that and catch that. All right, let's get Only Fran's up. Good name. All right, here we go. Red and blue again. Your fist is going where? Your fist is going red, so and the meteor's going red too, so we want to go to both. We want to go to the red side because he's going to knock the meteor away and this is going to be the safe zone. No problem. Understood.
Most impressive. Children of man.
Super cool fight. The big old fists coming through is like a bayonetta thing.
Enter my realm, if you dare.
All right, who are you? Flame-wreathed portal. Heaven of Fire. Domain aspected to fire. Look at this place. Derek, then the voice that called out to us. Yeah, these people will all be super familiar with. Lion of Aglaia. Mortals that should set foot in our realm. Come, we shall see whether you're fit to remain. Lion and Lioness of Aglaia. So yeah, these characters, like my character and Derek, even if Derek is just a normal human mortal, which I doubt, would be very familiar with what the god symbols are and like, so we have to kill the lion first, my bad. I mean, not my bad, I just I would have no way to know. Yeah, they would very much know what it is. Oh, yeah, that was my bad. I should have gotten out of that. All right, so first we'll go here, and we'll get ready to be on the outside of this, though. Oh, whoops. Nope, wrong one. Wrong order. I see. Sort of I see. You have to watch for what order they do that in. So, I don't think Lion... Oh, shoot. Oh, nope. Oh, God, I'm messing all the things up. I see what to... I'm not watching for it well, but I at least see kind of what the thing I'm messing up is. Like, I see what I'm supposed to be watching for, like the order of who starts it and who finishes first. Unless, does one creature always finish before the other? Like, did the lion always finish, but go before the lioness? Your minions are no match for you, 'twould seem. Yet Derek is testing us as much as anyone. I'm sorry I keep harping on that. The more Derek says, the more Derek feels like a divinity awaits us beyond have care. The more Derek talks, the more I'm pretty sure he's not necessarily up to no good, but he's definitely tricking us in some way. He's not regular adventurer guy. Azema. I actually don't remember who Azema was in terms of the 12. I don't know much about the 12. Like, I looked through them when I first created my character, but not much. I random Crimson Fan and Fire Woken. Alright, Solar Wings, gotcha. Oh, that's what Solar Wings does. So it leaves those behind, and we're going to have to watch for those later. And 14 does a great job of using the early part of a fight to set up as like a tutorial for the later parts of the fight. Like to introduce you to the mechanics that they're going to get, that they're going to mix up later on. Solar Wings. Okay, well, how is it going to get mixy here? Right now, those things are there. Sun's Shine. What's Sun's Shine? Is that...
Is it just a mirage? Or something more?
Probably something more, but I don't know what. So this is safe, but why is this safe? Why is this the safe one? Something about that version of the mirror that she put out was the safe one. I don't know what, though. Something about that indicated that it was the safe one. No clue. No clue what happened there. Solar field, so no one's really moving out of that. Why not? I think this is the real one because the other one was shimmering, but I don't know. You're gonna blow that, you're gonna blow the fire that way, and there's no one to blow the fire onto here. Gotcha. Understood. Right, there's a line there. It's getting, something's getting pushed over there. And then to the right. So I think if we go here... Oh, I see. I see. And then to the... my bad, but I see what we have to... The goal is to... I didn't see which way the winds were blowing, but I see now how to deal with that. You have to watch which way the winds are going to knock you and position yourself so that you stay inside the safe triangle. Understood. Oh, I'm gonna die. Yep, I am super dead.
A gift of flame for our children.
This music is a variant on something else, on like one of the main, on that theme we heard earlier, that dun 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 dun, that theme from the end of 5.3 that we heard a little bit earlier. It's like a variant on that, right? The Goddess Azema versus Cookie Butter, the tank. Cookie Butter's got to be a Lalafell, right? No, Cookie Butter is not a Lalafell. So there's a line there, and what's she doing now? 1, 2, 1, 2. Oh, okay, so it's like eeny, meeny, miny, mo, catch a tiger by the toe. I'm not sure which it starts and ends on. Sun's shine.
Is it just a mirage?
All right, which is the real and which is the fake? How do we know? How did they know? How I didn't see what to look at. Okay, so you're gonna blow that way. You're gonna blow this way. So let's get. I guess either of these two quadrants would be okay, right? No, they wouldn't. This is the only safe one. This is the only safe one this time. I see. That was awesome. Again, I don't fully understand that. Look, this guy has changed. The result of your victory over Azema, I dare say. City up ahead. Could there be people here? I mean, maybe. I mean, we've seen cities of the gods before that weren't full of gods. Like, I'm thinking of Anor Londo, which this definitely reminds me of. Who is this?
I am Null, keeper of the realm of the living.
Oh, and Thal, keeper of the dead, is going to be the last encounter?
I am Thal, keeper of the realm of the dead.
I've heard this song before.
Prepare to be judged, children of man.
But I heard it in a parody of it in a Lucy Pyre video. I thought she was just an original song. If you know the Lucy... Okay. 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 It definitely detracts a little bit to have Lucy's lyrics in my head as I hear this. Doesn't detract from it quality-wise, but it lessens the weight of this a little bit. So these are my actual gods. As above, so below. Apparently a good movie. Heat above, flames below. What are we staying in? Does it matter? Probably matters, but oh, I guess we're going in. I chose poorly there, so blue is safe. No, I will not. So now we're getting out, but why? Is it because of whose face is showing? It's got to be whose face is showing, right? About what's safe. So this is the fire face, so now... Oh, God. Yeah, this is a... Much as I'm joking about this is a big moment for Kukushu, because this is, again, this is her guardian. Is this me? No, that's not me. Let us change. So now it's Thal. Thal of the famed Thal's balls. Yeah, Yeah, I don't know. I guess that's just an AoE. Once above, ever below. Maybe is this safe? No, there's... how do you know where it's safe? I don't see any safe zones. Maybe at the very end there was a safe zone? But I don't know. Nope, I chose poorly. I don't know how... No clue. No clue there what was safe. Hell of Fire. What was Hell of Water? Hell of Water was something, right? That was a frontal, but I didn't see the tell. I'm seeing nothing. And I'm okay with that. Like, this is my first time seeing it, so I don't blame myself. Just, yeah, I'm being upfront. A lot of this I'm just flat out not understanding. Oh, shoot. No, I see. We want to get away. We gotta go. We gotta go. Nope. Nope. My bad. And now back, I guess. Back, back, back. Yeah. And now back the other way. Okay. So I did get that. Oh, God, there's more. Oh, nope, nope. Super dead. This is Cold Run being super dead. Okay, let's just back off. Okay. Yeah, so I get that. I didn't get it, but I do get it now. Hell of Fire, so that's the backside that's getting the... Right? Back half? Yes, that I understand too. What is that message? Loot received, you cannot receive until the next thing? Okay, sure. I probably not. I don't know. So maybe... No clue. No, we were supposed to memorize some pattern, push out and then in, but I don't... So the second one is going in. No clue. No, a little bit of a clue. I saw there was a push out and then, Oh! So that's going to be first get out and then second get close to it to get knocked away. So first is get out and second is get knocked away. So first get away, get out. I think. Nope, I'm probably wrong. Yeah, so there and then get knocked away from that. Oh, yep. I'm okay. Okay. So again, I got the gist of that, but not. I didn't see the specific parts of where to point my attention to. This is I like how they're doing this twin boss. They're really nailing the themes of this. All right, proceed to our judgment. What are we doing? I can't see. I'm being targeted for something. Soul vessel. So a few of us are being like blown up as. How many? I'm look forward to the day when like one of these is a like a big chocobo. In like the fat chocobo suit. All right, how are we going to preserve the balance? We have to keep equal people on each side? Yeah. I think we're good. This is interesting. I'll bet this seems like a part that has the opportunity for people to troll on. Maybe it takes too many people to troll for it to be really a good troll time, but that seems like a dangerous moment. This is such a good... This is so cool. This is just overall, but everything about this is awesome.
Well done. You are deserving of reward. As a show of esteem, we shall bring our all to bear.
No, there's other ways to show esteem. You can bring less of yours to bear. It's fine. Once above, ever below. All right, how do we know what's safe here? I picked wrong, I guess, but... Oh, no, it's a question of who is... It's a question of who is the, It's a question of who's in charge at the moment when they do that. So this is fire. As above, so below. So the fire is going to be the real one, maybe? The red is going to be the real one? Oh, God, I have it. I don't... What do I do? Red is real. I don't... I have to wait here, right? And then it's going to chase me? Yeah. I actually think I understood that. I think I did that mechanic well. I think I was like one of the 2 mechanics in this entire raid I did effectively. Null is in charge. Wait, is it Null? No, now Null is in charge? I don't know. Alright. First, get away. Get away from 1. And then push back from 2. So I think get away from 1, push back to 2. So we'll start over here. I'm probably wrong because I'm the only person here, but... Get away from 1, right? And then push back from 2. Oh, shit, I didn't see the third one. My bad. I was close, though. I did much better that time. I feel really good about this raid. I say as I die, but that doesn't impact it. I still feel really good about how I did this raid. Even if objectively I did badly, I feel like I was learning stuff and growing as we went. Good, I guess? So you're not going to ascend then? Or... Like, the context of why they're trying us and what they're actually testing for is... It's so unsure right now. And I think this is intentional. Like, I think it's intentional that there's confusion, that there's... Like, that it feels a little bit off. Trial. You're safe, thank goodness. I rushed here as soon as I heard the tidings from Raha. Is this true? Beings claiming to be the 12 have appeared? Yeah. Raha, you defeated them all. Incredible. I had no doubt you would succeed, but I'm no less impressed for it. I hope I'll never stop impressing you, Graha. Rhalgr. Ah, ha, ha. Seldom have I felt such exhilaration. Okay, we got Rhalgr's balls coming out. Now we got the whole gang, the whole squad is here. You gonna tell us what this is about? Rhalgr, to think the day would come we would put on an act for men. I must say, Beauregard, you played the villain's role to... This is what I was saying. 100%. Well, God, no, that's more... I'm giving myself more credit. But this really felt like a performance of some kind. This felt too... Okay, yeah. Good. I feel good. I feel good about that. I must say, Beauregard, you played the villain's role to perfection. Beauregard. Come now, Master, I merely did what was necessary to compel the mortals to confront us. Were you just having fun? Azema. Still, it pained me to speak to our beloved children so unkindly. If this is true, because I don't think this is an act anymore. This is way better than the idea that the 12 are just villains seeking to usurp the star or whatever. Not all. So you say, Azema, yet you seemed happy enough to fight them. You did not forget the true purpose of the trial, I hope. I didn't know the true purpose. So is the trial to, like, see if we were... They mentioned ascension. Ascension, that could have just been a fake thing, like, now we will ascend to Heidelin's role. I don't know what that was. Maybe that's real. Like, maybe we're the ones who they want us to ascend. Saying, well, I couldn't help but be excited, and do not tell me you felt differently. Consider yourselves fortunate, children. 'Tis rare indeed to see Nalthal in such high spirits. Trial. What in the world is happening? Didn't you say you had defeated them? Did they manage to flee, or perhaps were resummoned? Ralgar, put up your weapons. You have naught to fear from us. Look at the thighs on Buragot. I knew he'd have biceps. I mean, building and all. He looks like a... He looks like someone inflated him. Rest assured, we are not summoned beings. We do not drain the land of ether, nor do we take men into our thrall. Sure, there's quite a few men who would be like to be taken into your thrall. But what of the gods who were summoned during the calamity? The ones Master Louis Swa called forth to protect the... I forgot about that. Yeah, that's right. That was the time we actually did call forth the 12, and they didn't they, like, briefly protect it, but then whatever they did shattered? That was not us, but a primal, born of your fervent prayers for salvation. Okay. Azema. Indeed, the worst of the calamity was averted, and the realm restored in its aftermath. That the worst of the calamity was averted, and the realm restored in its aftermath was a direct testament to the power of your hopes. We just sat on our butts and did nothing. If you aren't primals, then what are you? Do truly intend to rule the world? No, I'm not even going to ask that, because clearly the answer is no. If you aren't primals, then what are you? We are what we are. I can hear it now. Why choose to appear before us now? I'm going to accept that they're the 12. I do believe that they're the 12 now. Just as men harbor hopes, so too do we gods. To realize our aspirations, 'tis essential that we do battle with you. Thus did I falsely claim we sought to rule the world. My bad. 'Twas deceitful conduct unworthy of a divinity, and I must apologize. Not only for that, but for using my power to do harm besides. Yeah, I'll bet, especially for if Buragot truly is the builder, that's... I don't know, that has to feel weird, like you're misusing your tools. Yeah, meh. Rump. You were just having fun? You were just having a laugh? No, there were hopes. There weren't just diversions, right? These hopes of yours, won't you tell us what they are? We cannot. If you wish to know the truth, you must discover it for yourselves. Sure. It is not easy to move forward when there is seemingly no destination, but if you press on, in 4 months, you will eventually... Well, actually, no, it'll be 8 months, right? Because it'll presumably come out in 5-1, 5... or 6-1, 6-3, and 6... what comes 2 numbers after 3? 6-5. Aye, you will understand why we hold our peace, and far more besides. You will learn the very truth of our existence. Even more so, this has me wondering what... Because this was the most obvious thing of what 7.0 and beyond could be. Some long epic involving the 12. They're really going to create something new, aren't they? Boy, that is brave, and I love that team even more. Go forth, mortals, and seek knowledge of us. When the time is right, we shall meet again in this place. Those are nails, aren't they? He has like a halo of nails because he's the builder. He's got a hammer, he's got a halo of nails. I need to, when I want to like look so much more closely at their designs, because they probably all have cool stuff going on. Alright, the divine testicles ascend back to the heavens. Raha. We've met and exchanged words with the 12. When I pause to think, I can scarce believe it. Yeah, Graha, you could be like a prophet for the new age. The holy cat boy. You could be like lead a new church and everything. Look at this. This could be the him looking hopefully towards the future as they deliver like the new 10 Commandments to Graha, cat boy of the gods. Derek. When I first explored the Phantom Realm, it appeared to be unoccupied. I think it was home to the gods. Yeah, I hope you didn't... Like, Derek could have been just, like, farting and just, like, picking his nose, and the gods would have been watching. That's embarrassing. Embarrassing enough when I do it on camera. Trial. As if hearing about your battling the 12 weren't shocking enough to have them appear before my very eyes. Suffice it to say, it's been an interesting day. While much about them remains shrouded in mystery, at least they seem open to reason. Yeah, they do seem... I'm going to go so far as to say benevolent. I think they are benevolent. Maybe on the whimsical side of benevolent, but something like that. In considering our next step, I should very much like to hear your detailed account of them. Right after I have a word with our client, that is. Please, give me a moment to introduce myself, and then we can review the situation. That's right. I don't know that Derek has met you. If Derek really is your name. Which I don't think it is. A divine dilemma. Kryl wishes to take stock of the situation. Greetings. I'm Kryl of the Students of Baldesion. Do I have the pleasure of addressing Derek, the explorer who sought aid in investigating this place? Final boss right there. Hi, I am Derek, and this is a baby Oppo Oppo. You haven't even named the Oppo Oppo? Yes, I can see that. Doesn't it have a name? Yeah, Kryl's on my team. Yes, none that I know of. Why did you nod for that? Nor would I presume to bestow one, for that would be condescending. It sounds quirky. I feel like it also could be sus. Like, my power I cannot give names, or I don't know. Maybe I'm probably being overly sus of Derek. See, that's very considerate of you. So I understand you explored the various Phantom Realms with Derek. Will you recount to me the experience? So while the gods tested you sorely, you did not sense any malicious intent. As Baragot said, they wish to do battle with us, but 'twould seem they do not necessarily wish to do us harm. That's my understanding, yeah. Though much and more about this perplexes, mayhap 'tis safe to assume they are not primals. As you may recall, Livingway once told us the art of summoning as taught by the Ascians incorporates the fervent desire to assimilate others into one's beliefs. Thus do the resultant primals seek to enthrall worshippers, who in turn seek to grow their ranks. But these beings appear to harbor no such desire. They are primals, then they are unlike those that have been summoned in recent memory. We might suppose that they were created in antiquity in like manner to Hydaelyn, but there is no way to prove it. Kryl, who could they possibly be, and why do they desire battle with man? Even of Eorzea, you know precious little. The identities of the 12, for instance. Emmett Selk did say that, didn't he? By which we may assume he knew the truth and challenged you to seek it out too. Suffice it to say you'll do so, of course. I mean, can't refuse a request from Emmett. Except for all the requests I refused during Shadowbringers. Kryl. Insofar as we can ascertain, this is a matter which has implications for the entire star. In light of this, the students of Baldesion formally accept the commission. We will investigate God. We will investigate the Phantom Realm and the beings who call themselves the 12. Derek, I'm pleased to hear that. Thank you. Without further ado then, I will take a look around. There are a few things I'm curious about. And with your permission, I will take myself to Eorzea and investigate the worship of those gods we encountered. Kakushu, Derek, seeing as you've already seen this place, would you care to accompany me? Any time spent with Catboy is time well spent. I didn't even notice that, the floral pattern on Derek's belt. Really gorgeous stuff. Like, almost reminds me of, like, certain, like, folk Hungarian and folk like, even some, like, Scandinavian, like, art. Like Swedish art or something. By all means, in which case... Couldn't you stay here with Kryl, my friend? Wouldn't do to leave a fair maiden alone. Ooh, ooh. I will trust baby Ukuk. I shall be glad for the company. Take care then, and good luck. Raha. So, to explain my plan, it is believed that the 12 were already worshipped during the Third Astral Era when the Allagan Empire was flourished. Oh. Okay. Come the Fifth Astral Era, those nations fought in the War of the Magi. Those nations that fought in the War of the Magi each took one of the 12 as a guardian deity. Was this the war that eliminated, like, white, that caused white and black magic to be sealed away? Like, at the end of it? This practice has continued to the present day in Eorzea with some notable regional differences. For instance, Ishgardians hold Halone as absolute, while Sharlayans enjoy a moderate relationship with Thaliak. By visiting various locations in Eorzea and learning about the 12 as they are worshipped, I hope to identify any similarities or differences between them and the beings we encountered. In doing so, I believe we will draw closer to the truth of their identities. I love this idea. I'm on board. I am excited to learn more about the 12. It's something that I was excited for. I thought I at least thought had a lot of promise at the start of the game when you chose a guardian deity, and I was a little bit sad to hear when I learned that it was basically just that had no meaning. I'm thinking back even to when I played EverQuest back in the 99, 2000, somewhere around there, and the god you chose had like a huge role in things. Like, if you chose certain gods, then some towns would shun you, some armor would be open to you, and others wouldn't. I don't think they're going to go that route with it, unless they let you change the god you choose as your guardian. But I like that the 12 are being revisited here. For our first destination, I propose we take ourselves to Ralgar's Reach. The place is holy ground for worshippers of the Destroyer. Does worshippers only have 1 P? Or 2 Ps? I don't know. And promises to yield useful details. Right, I remember that now. That symbol that I thought was Naldthal at first because I associated so closely with the thaumaturges is I remember it here as Ralgar's symbol, the meteor. Oh, of course, the meteor, the meteor that he used during the fight. Rahatia, there you are, Kakushu. This place served as the base of operations for your investigation into Omega, did it not? How delightful to be here together. That's right, he's revisiting, like, history's greatest hits for... Oh, fanboy Graha is great. Derek, you don't mind my making an observation. It seems you enjoy traveling with company. And that company is me. I do. It's something I had dreamed of for a long time. There's nothing like traveling with good friends. I enjoy company, but sometimes I prefer my own. I think I enjoy company, but sometimes I prefer my own is true. But I also think it's intensely rude, and so I'm going to go with option 1. Like, in this context, it's intensely rude, so I'm going to go with the first. Nothing like traveling with good friends. Is that so? What of yourself? Do you normally travel alone? Aye. In my wanderings, I much prefer to have solitude. Not that I avoid people or communities, mind you. Matter of fact, I've been here before, on the trail of the Phantom Realm. Now that I think on it, more often than not, those places where Phantom Realm sightings are known to occur have a tradition of 12 worship. Then I dare to hope we are on the right track. As I'm sure you know, Rhalgr's Reach is home to the Temple of the Fist, the ancient headquarters of the Fist of Rhalgr. Raised by the Mad King Theodoric, the temple lay abandoned before the Alamegan resistance claimed it for its operations. While I doubt that much literature has survived over the years... By the way, in case you're wondering why it looks like I might be scratching my waist, that's why. A good cat. The people here may possess some knowledge of the local faith. So let us split up and make inquiries, and reconvene here afterwards to share findings. Bloodstorm? Oh, that's the name of the monument, is Bloodstorm? A storm of... Oh, of course. Bloodstorm, for some reason, Bloodstorm sounds much more like a necromancer ability than Stormblood. Storm of blood approaches fast. Hell's open heavens weep. No, that's not the song. For one soul doth lie beyond the measure... No one soul doth lie beyond the measure of his reach. Once upon a time, Lys explained to you their meaning, that we must prepare ourselves for the strife and sorrow that will inevitably come. We have a worshipper here, or someone at least pondering those words. Amicable resistance fighter. Oh, if it isn't Kakushu! Is this man perchance a friend of yours? We'll see. When last he visited, he shared with me tales he heard on his journeys, and what amazing tales they were. If you have time, I'd love to hear both of your stories. Alas, we're in some haste. We're investigating the worship of Rhalgr and seek literature on the subject. Religious texts and the like. Can any still be found here? Just about all that is gone, sadly. Destroyed by the Empire, if not the Mad King before that. But we haven't lost everything. The mighty image of the Destroyer, the tales we share at the campfire like the legend of our nation's founding. We still have these things, and they were a source of great comfort and strength to us in our darkest moments. Hi, I punched your god like 2 minutes ago. I see. If you don't mind, I'd be obliged to hear your stories this time. Kakushu, rest assured, I have this well in hand. Feel free to carry on as you were. Scholarly woman. Yes. If you have any business, please make it quick. I am due to meet with someone any moment now. Forgive me my delay. Who is this? Marjorie. Why, if it isn't the adventurer who kindly escorted me to the Temple of the Fist. Okay, I believe you. Are you studying monks too, perchance? If so, you ought to work together with me and my colleague here. Few things are finer than joining heads with like-minded folk. I like your glasses a lot. Researching the worship of the Destroyer, you say? Why didn't you mention it sooner? It's the second sentence I said to you. This is a copy of Destructivity. Destructivity? A scripture of the Fist of Rhalgr. The original is one of the few texts that survived the temple's razing and is in the safekeeping of one Professor Eric. I went to the trouble of having this made for my colleague, only for her to say she doesn't need it, so I will offer it to you instead. Lest you forget, this is your passion, not mine. I'm simply assisting you as a favor, and I'd thank you not to put us in danger. That face. But danger is the crucible in which the monk tempers body and mind. So sublime, monks. Just got a thing for monks. I respect that. Like the scholarly woman seems to be annoyed by her. Well, we'd best return to our work. Till next time, adventurer! Must have been a Stormblood quest? I do not remember that person. Kukushu, what were you able to learn? Check out this book. Copy of one of the scriptures, you say? A moment while I skim over it. Gonna use your super speed reading? I guess. Even skimming over, like, it's like saying the Bible. Let me skim that for just a sec. I see, this chapter appears to be a record of the construction of the great image of Rhalgr, written in a style that suggests folklore was committed to parchment. When the deluge of the sixth umbral calamity threatened Eorzea, the ancestors of the Alamegans were guided to safety by a comet. So that's why they think Rhalgr, because, you know, the meteor, the falling star, is his symbol. Believing it was sent by Rhalgr, they came to hold him in the highest. This much of the tale I'd been familiar with. But according to the scripture, among those refugees who followed the comet, some claimed to have caught sight of Rhalgr himself. Their accounts were passed down through the centuries, and worshippers of the Destroyer pieced them together to give shape to yonder statue. If what we saw was real, and I think it was... Oh my god, Pigeon, stop it. Okay, alright. Then... like, it seems like they got it right, or this Rhalgr... Oh, okay. Alright. Okay. Or this Rhalgr was, like, mimicking them in some way. Was mimicking what they saw. But I think that less and less. I must say, it bears more than a passing resemblance to the being we encountered. Were that Rhalgr are primal, the explanation for the similarities would be simple. Yeah, but that's not the case, I think. That is, the statue gives rise to a unified interpretation of Rhalgr's appearance, which in turn lends form to the primal. However, this fails to account for what inspired the likeness in the first place. If the scriptures... I mean, that could be, like, just someone making it up. The scriptures to be believed, it was the sightings during the sixth umbral calamity. Yet for those witnesses to be able to recognize Rhalgr, they would have needed an agreed-upon idea of his appearance beforehand. Yeah, but again, that agreed-upon appearance could have been just something someone made up. If we then consider the history of 12 worship, that it already existed in the third astral era, it would not be ridiculous to think these divinities existed even prior to that. So the question is, did these beings give rise to their respective faiths, or are they primals born in them? I like that they're still debating this. They're not accepting one answer or the other just yet. Even if they're leaning towards them not being primals. I thought we had made it clear we are not summoned beings. Are you... This is not, again, boy, not something I expected. Are they going to come as human-sized people? Talk with Rhalgr's voice. Since time immemorial, our domains have lain scattered across Eorzea. As a matter of fact, one of those in which you set foot is nearby. It is not unusual for mortals to glimpse us. That voice, could they be? Yes. Indeed, I am Baragot, and the hawk beside me is Rhalgr. No, I think it's actually better to give him the voice I gave him before. Indeed, I am Baragot, and the hawk beside me is Rhalgr. I shall elaborate upon my master's explanation. We thus disguise ourselves when we wish to observe the world without, for being seen in our true forms would violate our laws of conduct. Yet though we similarly disguise our sanctums, veiling them in illusion, rents are known to manifest when the surrounding ether is unstable. In such a time, should a gifted mortal chance to be near, they may inadvertently catch sight of us. Of course, during an umbral calamity, etheric imbalance occurs on a star-wide scale, the ideal condition for seeing the Phantom Realm. But what about now? Is it just that we're in the aftermath of the final days and it's still shaky? Precisely. How many times have we have been seen? We ourselves have no way of knowing, but that is a sound assumption to make. Well, Baragot, I believe that much shall suffice by way of an apology for our deception, shall we? Indeed! That is all we are at liberty to reveal. Fare you well, children of man. Okay, alright, bye God. Bye gods. They get such whimsical music now. I guess when God comes in the form of a Spriggan, you have to have some whimsical music. Aside from their reticence where it concerns their identity and objective, these divinities are certainly approachable. They are. If what they said was true and their worship can be traced back to their sightings, it would serve to explain one thing. According to my research in the field of comparative mythology, Rhalgr is often observed to bear, many similarities with Ramu. Yeah, he's like a quarter of the beard, but I see the pattern there. Both thunder, power, bearded old men. Assuming both were inspired by the Rhalgr of the Phantom Realm, their divergence may be attributable to differences in culture between man and sylph. So you believe they gave rise to... Oh, Derek, so you believe they gave rise to the prevailing faiths of Eorzea? Given available evidence, yes, I am inclined to. Yet none of this explains their presence. How and when did such beings of such power come into existence? Got me. Post-Hydaelyn, I have to imagine. Oh, 'tis you, Kryle. Has something happened? Kryle's ringing on the bat phone. Cat phone. Truly, very well, I shall take care of it. Out of bread? Kryle has recruited an acquaintance to aid in our investigation, an authority on mythology. I must go and receive her at the sunken temple of Karn, where she is currently conducting fieldwork. After a brief detour to prepare a little something. What are you preparing? Convenient. Are you preparing matching clothes for us? Maybe. Conveniently, Thanalan is home to countless adherents of Nald Thal. While I tend to business, may I ask the two of you to make inquiries into Ul'dah? Very well. Excellent. I will join you as soon as I'm able. By your leave. Bye. Shrug. Yeah, I don't know. So it's to be just you and me in Ul'dah. Suppose it can't be helped. Rude. Look at this majestic Rogaden. What's your name? Skunk Daddy. Okay. Oh, the hair. Incredible. Just incredible. Derek, the face of an explorer. Apprehension is writ plain upon Derek's face. What strange manners for the one who proposed the survey to so promptly abandon it. I'll not lie, I'm not given to working one-on-one with another, but I suppose I agreed to this arrangement. Suppose you did. Well, we'd best be on our way. As I recall, Milvaneth Sacrarium is still closed for construction, so let's try our luck at the Arzaneth Ossuary. You have no objection to traveling separately, I trust? Good. See you in Ul'dah. Alright, I respect your space, and I am still sus of you. Ah, you're here. Uh-huh. One of the deific twins, Nald Thal, here they worship Thal, who keeps the realm of the dead and weighs the worth of men's souls. In contrast, Nald keeps the world of the living and oversees their financial fortunes. Their names are borne by many a location, and religious organizations, some extremely wealthy and powerful, exist to nurture faith in them. On the surface, it may seem strange that a hub of commerce such as Ul'dah could be home to such spiritual people, but it's actually quite logical when one considers that their religion is, in essence, commerce. You don't have to explain this to me, I started out as a black mage in Ul'dah. But I appreciate the refresher nonetheless. In any event, Naldthal is a truly unusual divinity. Yeah, death and commerce is a weird pairing. Or it's not weird, it makes sense, but it's not a common pairing, at least as far as I know. What was originally held to be one god came to be worshipped as twins. Indeed, rather than two distinct entities, that which we encountered was a single being possessed of two personalities. Yeah, you want to be careful about that. Like, you can't just casually toss that around. Did I mishear? Did he just say he encountered Naldthal? And while his appearance differs somewhat to the divinities worshipped, it cannot be denied that there are striking similarities in their nature. Are you not noticing this? Perhaps we should avoid talking about that here. Forgive me, this is hardly the place for such a conversation. Let's continue it elsewhere. So, he wasn't intentionally being rude or like, I don't care what the little people think of me. He legitimately was just not thinking of them. It was careless of me to openly speak of our encounter with the divinity within a place where he is worshipped. Hereon, I shall exercise greater caution. Thank you for alerting me to my indiscretion, and I ask that you keep it between us. He's a little bit embarrassed, I think. Anyway, to finish our conversation. As I mentioned, though the Naldthal as worshipped by men appear somewhat different, there are undeniable similarities in their nature. I believe we may report this much to Grahatia. With that, our work here is done. That was all you didn't even ask anyone anything, you just thought. Okay. Rather than waiting for our companion to arrive, perhaps we might seek him out at the Sunken Temple. He mentioned needing to make a detour. Were we to set out now, we ought to be able to catch up to him. After all, we hardly know one another. Rather than loiter with an unfamiliar person, it is better to use our time productively. Wouldn't you agree? Sure. I want to loiter with you because I don't know what you're about. Then let's head to the Sunken Temple of Karn at once. Collapsed Scholar and Derek. Are you alright? If you hear me, please say something. So, that's not great. Oh, you're here, thank goodness. I found this woman collapsed, though I can see no obvious injuries. By her attire, she appears to be some manner of scholar. I guess I don't see a graduation cap on her, so I don't know that she's a scholar for sure. Water, food, in my bag, please. I see. Kukushu, may I trouble you to find your bag? I'll stand lookout in the meantime. Okay. Interesting that she wants water and food. I'm sure we have water and food, but is she just dying of thirst? She's not that far. We're not that far from a town. We're pretty far from a town. Probably your bag, yeah. Find a skin with a little water left, but no provender. All right, we'll go with what we have. So thirsty, so hungry. Nigh empty water skin. Even an incurable optimist would feel compelled to say this water skin is nearly empty. Alas, it's a rough life. There's just... If only we had some food to give her, but I guess we're just out. We just don't have any way to help the poor woman. Oh well, here, have some leftover water. Not enough food. I need food. Oh, sorry, I'm all out. I'm just drinking all my bottles of my bowls of soup. I have not saved dried meat, tough as leather. Do you have anything easier to consume? I guess Kukushu is finally dipping into her bag for... No, Kukushu's like, should I tell the truth? I was really hoping to have that for dinner later. Kakushu, Derek, what are you doing here? Actually, that can wait. Good to see you, Graha. You'll be more generous with your food than Kakushu is. Steady Snowgime. I brought you Archon loaf and coffee, made sweet and creamy, just as you like it. What was that sound? It was like... It was a gross sound. Ah, I am reborn! Washed down with a sweet beverage, the life-giving nutrients of Archeon loaf permeate my being from head to toe. This, you know what this looks like? This reminds me of a little bit of Preach's Final Fantasy XIV character, that, like, a little bit doofy looking. Thank you, kind stranger. However, you knew my preferred source of sustenance. You were truly a godsend. So I'm guessing that Graha knows you and you know Graha, you just are kind of absent-minded and forgot him. Oh, it's you, Raha. Oh, you just didn't notice him because you were passed out and nearly dead. What brings you here? I don't recall mentioning my fieldwork. It's for my research into the Belladians' worship of Azema, you see. Right, Belladians were like the prelude to the, I don't remember, the predecessor of Ul'dah, right? Grahatia. Haven't you heard from Kryl? The students are presently investigating the 12, and we prevail upon your expertise. I like the color of your hair. It's like purple and yellow. Purple and blonde. May I introduce Snowgime, expert mythologist. She is a collaborator of the students and, like many a Sharlayan scholar, is passionate about her endeavors to the point of forgetting to eat. I mean, when Archon loaf is like the food, I don't blame you for forgetting to eat. But apparently it's your favorite, so maybe not. Seeing as she has recovered, may I ask the two of you to tell her about the Phantom Realm? It's weirdly, this is so weirdly casual how we're just like, yeah, we met the gods. Just talking about it in the ossuary here. The 12 abide in the Phantom Realm, and you exchange not only words with them, but blows besides. Incredible! And your description of the domains, a thunderous tower in one and a sweltering city in another, are precisely as the heavens of lightning and fire are depicted in legend. In ancient times, worshippers of the 12 believed that there exist 7 heavens and 7 hells. Etherology has since established that departed souls return to the ethereal sea. But it seems those afterlife domains were more than just inventions of mortal imagination. So, even if people don't go there when they die, like, they're still the home to those gods. I'll call them gods for now, but that's, you know, this is a world where gods, and I think Japan, in Japanese, from what I understand of Japanese religion, like, it's there too, it's far different from, like, when I think of just gods, I usually think of, like, you know, monotheistic gods and, you know, really binary, you're God or you're not. But I get that there's levels to gods here. So it's possible they are gods. As a pursuer of myths, I must say it feels somewhat anticlimactic to suddenly have these revelations given to me. Understandable. But more than that, I'm dying to know more. Which is to say, please allow me to join your investigation. I like Snowgime very much. We would, of course, welcome your presence. Without further ado, then, let us head to the Omphalos. Kryl awaits us there. Yeah, because she's approaching this from, like, a scholarly perspective. She's not like a she's not like a devout priest of Azema. I kind of wonder how they'll react to it. And I think we got a brief glimpse of it with the ossuary, where, like, someone who's really devoted to serving them, when they hear about this so casually, they'll very different context to hear that we met and punched your god, your guardian. Kryl, welcome back, everyone, and welcome, Snowgime. Let me know if I'm mispronouncing that, by the way. If there's, like, a canonical or official pronunciation. I'm going to go with Snowgime for the moment, though. I'm glad you could join us. Kryl, how delightful to see you again. I understand you've been doing a fine job leading the students. But may I say what a lovely place this is? At a glance, this appears to be the highest of the heavens of legend, the seventh heaven, really? And, ooh, if those aren't symbols representing the other heavens, I take it those are their respective gateways. I should like to pay them all a visit. For Snowgheim's benefit, let us review what we have learned thus far, and then deliberate the next step. She's so excited! I'm getting Millie from Trigun vibes from her. Like, smarter, definitely smarter than Millie from Trigun, but that same energy. Rahatia. The gods reappeared before us in Ralker's reach, though they were disguised as unassuming creatures. Their laws forbid them from showing their true forms outside their realm. Yet in the event of the ambient ether becomes unstable, such as during an umbral calamity, it is possible for the realm, and indeed the gods themselves, to be glimpsed by mortals. And such sightings, we believe, have given rise to the various faiths practiced throughout Eorzea. As we confirmed in Ul'dah, the Nalthal worshipped by people and the Nalthal we encountered here have more similarities than they do differences. I'm still skeptical of Derek, but I don't think he's up to anything not good. I think he just might be a little bit awkward, but I'm still not convinced he's like a regular human adventurer. But I don't necessarily think he's malicious the way I might have before. In the course of exploring the Omphalos, two things caught my attention. The first is the gate which lies in the innermost area. If each of the other 6 gates lead to an elementally aspected heaven and we stand in the 7th heaven, as Snowgheim says, what then lies beyond the last gate? A great question, which will probably get answered in 5.5 or 6.5. The second is this monument. It harbors some manner of magic, unlike anything I've seen before. I will endeavor to decipher it, but it will take time. Divinities that have existed since time immemorial, will abide in domains resembling the heavens of legend. Why have they chosen to reveal themselves to mortals seeking battle? Unless they favor us with more of their secrets, 'twould seem this monument holds the key to solving the mystery. Indeed, much and more yet lies beyond our understanding, but we'll keep chasing the truth together. As I'm sure you'll agree, this is tiring work, both mentally and physically. We need to pace ourselves. To which end, might I suggest we return to Revenant's Toll and have a rest before we embark on the next stage of our incursion into heaven? This is just so frigging cool. So utterly frigging cool as far as a... I like the past Alliance raids as well, and I also like that the game doesn't lock itself into any one thing. Like, it's not like they always have crossovers, or they always have callbacks, or always have just original content. It's such a constant mix that I appreciate. That's a lot of sugar cubes. Trial. So rarely do I get to simply chat with colleagues. I'd fairly forgotten what it felt like. Rahatia. Indeed. And it's quite fitting that we should be doing so here at the 7th heaven. Oh yeah, I didn't... Yeah, that's weird. I like it. Snowgheim. Fitting, that's an understatement. The 7th and highest of the heavens, which rules over the remaining 6, was right here in Mor Dhona all this time. This isn't fitting, my friends, it's destiny. Snowgheim has got to be a fan favorite. She has got to be. I have to imagine it. Maybe it's just because I love Millie so much from Millie and Trigun so much. You're obviously well versed in the myths surrounding the heavens and hells. If you don't mind, I should like to hear your thoughts on them. Do I ship these two? I don't know. I might. I may well do that. There's something about their energy is very matching. Not the same, but it seems to fit. Enthusiastic and receptive to enthusiasm on both ends. Kryl. Invested as they are in their research, it doesn't take much to stoke their passions. My apologies if it makes you uncomfortable. Derek. Having always traveled alone, I'm admittedly not too familiar with such a lively atmosphere, but I do not mislike it. That's good. I'm trying to branch out a little bit more too. I'd like to, at least. By the way, the two of you arrived at the Sunken Temple rather quickly. Did something happen? What was your detour, by the way? Sorry, we have to keep a secret from you, Graha. It's not... I would make Derek feel awkward if we shared that. I'll leave it to him to share if he wants to. Kryl. Well, as pleasant as this has been, it's past time we return to the Annex. The paperwork for this commission isn't going to complete itself, alas. I'll bet Matoya could find a way to make paperwork complete itself. Snowgime. And I shall take myself to the Omphalos. There's so much there I'd like to see. And I believe I'll go for a walk nearby. It's getting a little warm in here. Alright, do take care now. Derek. Oh, Kakushu. It's pleasant, isn't it? The smells and sounds of a tavern. It makes one feel alive. And afterwards, stepping outside alone and breathing the cool air, I like that just as much. While we await developments, I'll remain here in Revenant's Toll. If there are any tidings, rest assured, I'll share them with you. Thank you for your help thus far. I doubt so much could have been accomplished without you. You are quite welcome, and I think that's... Yeah, that looks like that's it for the moment. This is such a... What a strange and creative start to this, and the reach of what this quest line, what this Alliance raid is doing is so far beyond what I'd expected. Like, it's... I certainly didn't have a notion coming in what the topic would be beyond. I thought it might be something, you know, Four Fiends and Golbez-ish and 13th, but even that was kind of whittled down at the end of the last session when I saw that that would be more of a main story quest thing than a setup for an Alliance raid. But even just the idea of tackling the 12 in this setting as an optional Alliance raid, optional for now, who knows. They've certainly made Alliance raids mandatory in the past or strongly recommended, but tackling the 12 as an optional Alliance raid is... I personally love it. This was great. The mechanics were cool. The environment was cool. The characters here. Derek is mysterious. Snowgime is #1 best girl in this questline so far. And among 14's many best girls. And yeah, that's going to be it for now. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this, like, and if you want to see more, subscribe and leave a comment. Let me know what you think. Let me know any just what your experiences, what your predictions are. This is one of the first times I can actually ask about predictions because I'm caught up, and so it won't be spoilery. Yeah, let me just, what's your interpretation of where things are going? How have you enjoyed it? I don't know. I like this as a Let's Play, and so I like the idea of being able to experience this with y'all. So if you spent time with me today or any time, thanks so much. I appreciate it. See you all later. Bye-bye.